Hey, shalom, shalom. And before I get started, as always, I want to say call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakak Wadash, and double honors be unto my apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well and that taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and peace and blessings also be unto the men, women, and children of the nation of Israel. Those of you who truly believe on the names Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and that standing firm through faith here in these latter days. Peace and shalom be unto you. All right, and I'm just coming back at you with another lesson. Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, to edify the lambs, the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And, just basically rolling in the spirit, man. I ran across this image, as you can see on the screen of this video. It says, guard your heart. Your destiny depends on it. And that's the spirit, man. And they got the precept on there, Proverbs 4:23. All right, and we gonna get straight into it. And once again, like I say, out of one, Ratazah, Lord willing, to be edifying. All right, and this is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 23. And it says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Right? And we know that word heart. All right, and the scriptures is speaking on your inner man, which is your mind. Okay? Your thoughts, your desires, your will, and your affections. Okay? And whatever rules the heart, will eventually rule your life. Okay? And this is why Solomon, under the inspiration of the Rakak Wadash, he commanded what? To keep thy heart with all diligence. And once again, that word heart is mind, your mind. Okay? Because at the end of the day, we know through the spirit and through the scriptures that the mind, the heart, is deceitful above all things. Who can know it? Okay, so our job, to the best of our ability, is, to keep our heart with all diligence. Okay? And, not let our own thoughts, not let our own mind lead to our downfall. Okay? Because it can happen, man. All right? If you're not operating in the spirit, if you're not praying, okay, if you're not fasting, all right, if you're not, being conducive to the spirit, reading, watching videos, all these things, man, your heart can get steered in the wrong direction, okay, which can, lead to your demise. All right. So this is not a suggestion. All right. But it was a divine command, all right, when Solomon, spoke to keeping our heart with all diligence. That was a command, okay, because to keep means to guard, to watch over and protect, all right, from anything that will corrupt it, man. All right, and there's many things in this world that could corrupt and plague our mind, you see. And that's why the scriptures speak about, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, meaning the plague of the mind. Okay, because if you lose your mind, you lose the spirit. Okay? And, yeah, that's very important, man. All right? Our destiny it's shaped, by the direction of our heart, of our mind. Because if our heart is filled, with the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the love for, his words and, doing his work in obedience to Yahweh Shai, all right, our life, our mind is going to bear the fruit of righteousness. Okay? But if our heart, our mind is given to sin, all right, pride, lust, bitterness, unbelief, it will lead to what? Destruction. All right? And that's why, it is written, Yahweh Shai said, for where a man's treasure is, there will his heart be also. Okay? We're going to get there real quick, actually. At Matthew 6 and 21. We're going to get there. Because that's facts, man. All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 21. Okay, I'm going to get this in the Amplified Version. Matthew 6 and 21 in the Amplified Version. It says, for where your treasure is, there your heart, your wishes, your desires, that on which your life centers will be also. Right? And our treasure is what? Having this wisdom, this knowledge, and understanding, this truth. Okay? So that's what our mind is on. Okay? The treasure, the kingdom. Okay? You see? There your heart, your wishes. That's where our wishes at. We wishing, we're hoping for the kingdom. Okay, which we're gonna get it. But Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, we be one of the first fruits, one of the ones that's of the elect. Okay. For where your treasure is, there your heart, your wishes, your desires, our wants. Basically, our desire, that's something we want. We want the kingdom. We want everlasting life. Okay? We're tired of being oppressed. Okay? We want to be rulers, man. This is our desire. Okay? So it says that on which your life centers will be also. And this truth is the center of our life. Okay? This should be what's on the center of our mind. Okay, day in and day out, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? And real quick, because the scriptures also says in Proverbs 23 and 7, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Right? So we got to put on as the elect and think and hope that we are of the elect. Okay, if you're doing the work in truth and sincerity. Okay, I'm gonna read that again because that's facts, man. For as he thinketh in his heart, meaning in your mind, so is he. So whatever you think in your mind that you is, that's what you're gonna be. Or that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do whatever is on your heart, whatever's on your mind. All right? So that's why it's very important, to have these scriptures, these precepts on our mind, this wisdom and knowledge. Because this is the stability at the end of the day, man. Not the cares and the affairs and distractions of this world. That's not going to save us. Okay? But this will, man. Setting your heart aright and keeping your mind on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, that's where the stability lies. All right, the fear of the Lord is our treasure. Okay. So once again, Proverbs 23:7, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Right? And that's why we, as followers, believers of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we got to, be careful what enters our heart, what enters our mind. Okay, we got to be mindful, of the things we watch. Okay, the things we listen to, the things we read, the things we allow to influence our mind, man. Although, ain't no enchantments against the elect, but, and we're in a wicked ass world, so we're going to see a lot of wickedness. Okay, but that's why, as of late, apostles and brothers been heavy speaking on praying, man. Prayer. Very important, man. Okay, to help the mind focus. Okay. Because at the end of the day, we want our heart to be filled with the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, and I want to get this Psalms 119:11. And it says, thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Right, so we want to have this word within our heart, within our mind, that we might not sin against the Lord. Okay, because that's where sin starts, in the mind. Okay, what you're thinking, because whatever you're thinking, that's what you're going to end up eventually doing, if you're not disciplined. All right, if you're not mindful of the things that once again we're letting influence our mind. So the main thing we need and should want to influence our mind is these scriptures, man. Okay, and videos and lessons from brothers, apostles and elders on down. Okay, which are the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, anything else is just smoke and mirrors, man. It's a distraction. Okay. So we do the best we can, man. On this side, we're not perfect. But that's what we're fighting for, man. Perfection. Okay, so this is going to continue to be a fight. And we got to continue to, set our houses in order. And hasten to flee from these times, man. You see? And let me see. I want to get this scripture right here. Psalms 51:10. And this is, King David. All right. A prayer of King David. All right. And, this is the mindset that we have to be in. Okay. Because at the end of the day, we want to be accepted, from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay. We pray and hope that the sacrifices that we offer up is sufficient enough. Okay, for the Lord to accept us. Okay, and forgive us and have mercy on us in these times, man. Okay. And this is Psalms 51:10. It says, create in me a clean heart, a clean mind. Okay. It says, and renew a right spirit within me. So we should be praying for the same thing, man. Okay, for the Lord to create a clean heart within us. You know, because we're in this wicked, corruptible ass flesh. The scriptures tells you that, you know, in this flesh dwelleth no good thing. So we do pray and, you know, and hope that the Lord continues to sup with us and to give us a clean, pure mind, okay, in this wicked ass society. All right, so we can stay focused and on the right track. Okay, so to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. All right. And I'm going to read that again. Psalms 51:10. It says, create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi, and renew a right spirit within me. And what comes to my mind, you know, from this precept, though the outward man perish, the inward man is being renewed day by day, man. You know, the part where it says, and renew a right spirit within me. So we should be constantly, you know, examining ourselves and making sure our heart, our mind is in the right place, man. Okay, because it's very easy for the mind to wander. And that's why we got to stay occupied. You know, so you're not wavering. Okay, so you don't find yourself wavering, man. And all over the place with your thinking. Okay, and I'm speaking, you know, of course, to me first and foremost. You see? So at the end of the day, we got to continue to, you know, guard our heart, our mind spiritually. Okay? Because, you know, once again, from the heart, from the mind, you know, flows the choices we make, all right, the words we speak, and the path we walk, the path we follow, man. Okay? And ultimately, what? The direction of our life. So we got to let Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi reign in our heart, man. And let his words be our constant guide, man. Okay, leading us in the right direction, man. Okay, letting the Spirit have the last say so. Okay, and not this wicked, corruptible ass flesh, man. All right. So that's pretty much it, you know. And Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, you know, this lesson was edifying and straight to the point. And with that, I'm going to close. I'm going to say a Bible ball and quam to the elect of Yasharallah. Shalom, shalom.